Hey, this is Strut Noodle. I just want to do a quick review on a Sega Saturn game. It's called Robotica. Uh, Robotica is an early title for the Sega Saturn console, originally titled Daedalus in Japan. This is a game that receives a lot of hate, actually, and in some ways it's justifiable. There's no save function whatsoever. There's a lot of repeated textures in the levels. They repeat over and over again. There's just really not a lot of variety to speak of, and the draw distance when you're walking around is very limited. There's a lot of pop-up and it's really dark, but that's part of what I like about it. It's just, for a lot of people, I think it's just kind of a clunky, quiet game, which is another thing that I like. That said, I remain firm in my belief that this game is an underappreciated gem in the Saturn's small but largely great game library. And here's why. First of all, the repetition is not a bad thing, at least not to me. One of my favorite things to do in games, especially RPGs, which this kinda is, not really, but kind of, is to grind for levels. And in this game, you kill a lot of enemies, you pick up ammo and collect things, but then you find power-ups and stuff for your weapons, and you have like 4 different weapons. You have a machine gun, a laser, missiles, and your fist. You can punch things with it. And you can level each of those up with a power-up that enemies drop. And even though it's quite simple, it's also a really addicting game. Again, that's my opinion, but not very many people agree with me on that. The graphics, the music, the story, pretty much everything in this game is simplistic and minimalistic, but it all works really good together in unison and creates a really atmospheric, just kind of an atmospheric world, and it's really memorable to me. And it has some CGI cutscenes in it. They're really all nice looking, and there's not really a lot of story to it, but it's kind of intriguing at the same time. And this was in the mid-90s, like right before like Squaresoft and all that did really good jobs with Final Fantasy, and when Panzer Dragoon Saga came out. And I really think that Panzer Dragoon Saga was more artistic and nice looking, but I'll get into that in a different review if I ever make one for it. But Robotica, if you approach it with the mindset that it's going to be simplistic and maybe not the best game of all time, it's still an awesome game, and if you go into it thinking that, you might find out that it's actually something great, which I think it is. And thanks for watching. Peace.